Hey, this is my three thought video for today. I'm in Numbers, Isaiah, and the book of John. There's a verse in Numbers 32 that says, "Shall your countrymen go to war while you sit here?" And this is Moses talking to the leaders of the nation of the tribe of Rueben and Gad. And they want to stay on the eastern side of the Jordan while the nation passes over because they realize that the land would be really good for them. They have a lot of cattle. And Moses is upset. He realizes that their unintended consequence of them going over was that the rest of the children of Israel would be discouraged, that they would be downhearted, that they wouldn't think that they could conquer the land. And they talked to the leaders of Reuben, and Reuben and Gad said, "Hey, we'll go over. We'll set our children up and our women up on this side, and we'll go over and we'll fight. We'll fight until it's taken care of." And the thought that I had really was the unintended consequences of our plans. Oftentimes there's blind spots, and we don't realize that the things that we do, the plans that we make, the things that we're considering have some unintended consequences for the community, for the rest of the tribe, for the nation of Israel, so on like that. And I was really impressed with, Moses was enraged. He was really upset, went into a whole long conversation about how previously the nation of Israel had been discouraged because of the spies that went out and came out with a bad report, and mentioned again that, God got really angry and it was really bad, and what you're doing is discouraging everybody. And Reuben and Gad came back and said, well, how about we leave our women and children here? We leave our livestock here. We'll cross over with you and we'll fight the enemy until they're all taken care of. Then we'll come back here. And I was impressed both with the humility, the willing to listen to another and see. And as I was thinking about this from a life coach point of view, often we have plans, we have things set aside, sometimes having a conversation with someone and asking the questions about what is the unintended consequence. How might we look at our decisions and our plans and our way forward, how we're moving forward, and see how it's affecting those around us, our family, our congregation, the people that we're leading and the people that we're aligned with in community, in church, in family, and things like that. Then turning in the book of Isaiah, it says, "Do not fear what they fear, and do not dread it. Lord Almighty is the one you are to regard as holy. He is the one you are to fear. He is the one you are to dread." And boy, the first thought that came to my mind when I read this verse was the COVID era, and how in so many cases I noticed that there were people in the community of faith, in the Christian community, that just didn't fear COVID. They knew that life was in God's hands. That we would do the right thing, but we weren't going to live with some sort of overarching fear that everybody else in the community, in the country, in the nation were afraid of. And God is saying, don't be afraid of what they're afraid of. Don't be in dread of what they're in dread of. The only thing that you really need to fear is God. And with God on our side, we just don't have to fear it. And as a spiritual director, my question for you is, what are you allowing to make you afraid that is really just a transference from community, a transference from the world, or a transfer of fear that's not really yours to engage with? You can be trusting God and not afraid. The question is, what are you afraid of that you need not be? On the last and greatest day of the feast, Jesus stood up and said in a loud voice, "If anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink." And a couple things caught my mind. One was, Jesus standing up and in a loud voice describing, "Hey, if anybody's thirsty, I'm right here. You can come and you can drink. You can drink from me, living water that will flow out of you." And often, this world, it dries us up, it wears us out, it overwhelms us. But the question then becomes, how are you thirsty? How can Jesus quench that thirst? And how can we make our thirst part of our relationship with God? Jesus is saying, I want to be in relationship with you around your thirst, around your desires, around what's got you thirsty. And he stands up, right, with a loud voice. I love this imagery, right? Jesus standing up with a loud voice going, hey, if you're thirsty, you come to me. This I think this is a great invitation. As a spiritual director, we're always focused on where's the thirst coming from? Where is that point of pain? Where is that point of need? How is God wanting to join you in your journey in being thirsty and quenching that thirst? That's all for today. If you like the video, please like it. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. I'm trying to increase my subscription rate, and I'll put these out on YouTube as soon as I figure it out. Thanks. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.